Okay, guys, good morning. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Again, this is your host, Sanjay Kapilan Jr. Always wishing you a good day. Guys, let's continue this series of video tutorial for computer programming using Visual Basic from Visual Studio, Microsoft Visual Studio 2010 Professional. Okay, so let me just continue this part 3. Okay, so what we have to do is to open our previous program or application. So just look for it. You can open it from the recent projects, or you can go to the file menu, open, or from this icon, open. Okay, now my application or my program is already opening, so just give me a minute. Okay, guys, now so this will be our very simple adding two numbers. Now let me change the Again, let me show you how you are going to play with the properties. So I want to change this adding two numbers because we just don't want to add two numbers. We want to do for arithmetic operation. Okay. Now, but first, let me change the code for the form load because we have a form load here. So let me just change it here. Okay. So I will change it to for arithmetic operation. Okay, so we are familiar with this for arithmetic operation because this is very elementary. Okay, now if you want, I will try to remove this. Okay, so it will not confuse you. Delete. Okay, so we don't have any text there in our main form. Now, okay, so what we will do, okay, I have here the addition. Okay, I have there the addition. So let me just resize the button. Okay, give room to other buttons, right? Now I will copy this, Control C, Control B. Okay, so this will be Control B. Another button I need, Control B. Okay, guys, I hope those who are watching this, by the way, I'm not an English speaker, so please bear with my accent. Subtract. Okay, so this one will be our multiply. And this will be our divide. Okay. Now, guys, this is just a sample of how you are going to do some programming, computer programming. Okay, divide. Let me just resize the button. Okay. So it will display completely. Okay, so let me just come here. Now, actually, there are some faster way of doing it. If you want to, you can go to format, then alignment. No, we cannot do that one. Okay, the horizontal spacing or the vertical spacing, horizontal spacing. Let's see if we can get this make equal. Okay, so just make the horizontal spacing equal here. Okay, now next thing we need to do is change our object name. So this one will be a button. Okay, as you know, when I'm using an object or control like button, I start when I want to rename it, I will start with btn. So this one is button. This one will be button multiply. This one, let me change this to button divide. Okay. Now, the result, I want to display the result here. Okay. So we can select several objects in our form or control. Then we can say this one, we have the text alignment here. We can play with the text alignment. Okay. Let's see if we can, is this one? What is this? Okay. That's not the one. Text align middle. Okay, now we can do it from here in the format. So let's look at the format if we can align. Okay, so we can align it here, right align. Okay, then I can try to move it from here, try to move it a little bit to the right. Okay, now if you want, you can also, okay, anyway, then this clear, put it here, and the close we will put it here. Okay, here. Okay, then let's resize it a little. Okay. Now, okay, let's start coding the event procedure for our subtract button. Okay, so I will just double click it to go to the coding window. Okay, now actually we already have the button add. Okay, now the procedure is almost similar except for the operation. So what I will do, I will just copy this, Control C, then Control V here. Okay, then change this, since this is for subtraction, then I will use the minus sign there. Okay, then go back to my design. Okay, multiply again. I will copy that code. Then guys, the multiplication in Visual Basic is represented by asterisk. Okay, now the divide, let me double click it and copy again. Okay, then divide, I will be using the forward slash. Now, what I want to do is this result, if I'm going to add, I want it to change to sum. Okay, so I want to change it to sum. When I subtract, I want to change it to difference. Then when I multiply, I want to change it to quotient, product. Okay, then divide is quotient. Okay. Now, how are we going to do that? Okay, we will go here. So we need to add something in our button add click event. Okay, so I want to say here. Okay, first you need to know what is the object name of this label so that you can play with it. Okay, now it's label 3. So let's make it a little bit descriptive. So I will say label result. Okay. Then go back to the coding window. Then, okay, then I will, okay, now I think I've lost the closing parentheses. Okay. Now I will say here label, okay, that text because I want to change it. I want to change this when I click this button add. Okay, so I will say, okay, let me sum. Okay, then I will just copy this. Okay, because I'm going to need, I've been needing it in other buttons. Okay, where's it? Okay, this one. Oh, V. Okay, now but this time it should be difference. Okay. Then let me go here, multiply. Where is that one? Okay, here. This is button multiply, Control V. Okay, so I will say it will be product. Okay, then the divide. Now divide is here, Control V. Okay, so I'll just change it to quotient. Okay, now the problem I see here is the result. Okay, now since this is aligned, now I will try to adjust it here to accommodate the difference, which is a little bit more characters. Okay, now let us save. Now how are you going to save your document? Now actually you need to click this save all. Okay, then at the very start you need to specify where your application should be saved. Okay, so let's test our program. Now, part of program development cycle is when you already know or understand the problem, Then the next part is plan the logic. Then after planning the logic is you have to write the code. Now for planning the logic, we have here pseudocode, we have flowchart, okay? Then part of planning the logic is how are you going to do the graphical user interface, okay? So this is graphical user interface. Now actually why I have this, okay? So let me, I think I have some problem here, okay? Now I don't have the error list. I want to see the error list. Yeah, but there is no error here. Then it did not display my recent changes in my program. Now what you can do there is try to build or rebuild my first program. Okay, so let's see if it will solve the problem here. Okay, now as you can see, it applied the changes that I have just created a while ago. Okay, so first number I will say 78. Now second number I will say 24. Let's see. Okay, 78, 24. Okay, so if I will add, you can see now it's sum. The sum is 102, right? Then subtract. The difference is 54. Then multiply. When you multiply it, product of these two numbers is 1,870. Then divide, it's 3.25. Clear? Okay. Close. Okay. So again, just to wrap it up. No, okay, just a minute. Yeah. Just double click so that the coding tab will come. Okay. So these are the changes we have done in our control in our program. Now, as you can see, it's very easy. Okay, so I hope the one watching this one is getting the you are getting or you grasp the concept of programming using this Visual Basic, which is very simple to follow. Okay, now again let me run it. Now for arithmetic operation. Okay, so for arithmetic operation is being done by this instruction. Me, that text, meaning the form, you are referring to this form, okay? So me, that text is for arithmetic operation. So when we run it, the form that doesn't have anything in the text property during runtime, it will be displayed here because of that instruction. Then again, let us 100. So if we will second number, let's say we have here 5. Okay, add this 105, subtract is 95, multiply is 500, divide is 20. Okay, so very good. Now it's just like we are having a simple calculator that can add, subtract, multiply, and divide. Okay, so once again, if you are new to my channel, please help me promote it by watching the video, like, put comment, then you can always click the notification bell so that you will be notified if there is a new upload in my channel. But of course, you need to subscribe first. Okay, so again, this is our very simple computer programming for beginners, and this one is intended for an engineering graduate who have a very less exposure when it comes to computer programming. Again, use this Microsoft Visual Studio, which I believe you can download a copy for evaluation. Okay, now I'm using MS Visual Studio 2010, so you can look for a copy of it. Then let's explore computer programming together. So once again, before I will end this one, God bless us all. Let's all be safe and bye for now.